Welcome to Old Town Albuquerque, New Mexico. This historic center of New Mexico's largest city has been inhabited for over 300 years and is now a major tourist spot. This is my first visit to Old Town Albuquerque, and I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to walk around and get a sense of the place. Old Town is centered around the plaza, which dates back to the founding of the city in 1706. A group of Spanish families settled on this spot back when Albuquerque was founded, and the town was designed in a typical Spanish colonial style. There is a gazebo in the center of the plaza, apparently the site of breakdancing competitions. Here are two replica M1835 mountain howitzers, and they are here because during the American Civil War in 1862, the Confederates buried 8 of these howitzers near the plaza in order to prevent the encroaching Union forces from getting a hold of them. On this corner near the old church is the Cottonwood Madonna, or the Virgin of the Tree. In 1970, a parishioner of the church carved the Virgin of Guadalupe into this cottonwood tree stump. The most notable landmark in Old Town Albuquerque is the San Felipe de Neri Church, the oldest church in the city. The original adobe church on this site collapsed in 1792 after a rainy summer, so they rebuilt this present church in 1793, making it the only truly authentic structure left from the Spanish colonial period in Old Town. The church was renovated under the influence of Santa Fe Bishop Jean-Baptiste Lamy, and they added the Gothic Revival bell towers and pitched roof, making it look more Victorian. There's a prisoner of war missing in action memorial embedded in the church's gate. And let's head into the gate for a closer look at this historic church. Unfortunately, they appear to be closed right now, so we can't take a peek inside this time. In this doorway, I noticed an interesting sculpture. It looks like they may be taking Jesus down from the crucifix. I'll definitely want to go inside of here next time I visit. Old Town has a variety of historic buildings lining the plaza, though almost all of the original structures are gone. There are lots of gift shops inside the buildings lining the Old Town Plaza, along with some restaurants. This building has a lengthy mural depicting the founding of Albuquerque. This building is the Casa de Armillo, on the site of one of the first haciendas in town dating back to 1706. While the Armillo family lived here for generations, the home was used as a fort and refuge during the tumultuous years of Spanish, Mexican, and American occupation, including the American Civil War. They also operated one of the earliest trading posts out of here, and the home was tremendously remodeled during the 1930s to its present form. There are also some Native American vendors selling their crafts. I noticed that lots of interesting vintage cars, including lowriders, like to pass through Old Town. Here's the old Plaza Indian trading post. There's a petrified wood stump. The covered wagon building here was built in 1909. There's lots of Frida Kahlo merch in this window. I did see the Frida Kahlo exhibition here at the Albuquerque Museum. Gotta love the abundance of ristras dangling off the vigas. Some more unique cars and trucks have pulled up to the plaza. Let's take a closer look. I do love the license plate interior, that's awesome.
What the heck?
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting people out and about here at Old Town. The Old Town district goes beyond the plaza. There are plenty more shops and restaurants on the surrounding blocks. Here we can get an aerial view of the Old Town Plaza. Let's take a look on the block behind San Felipe de Neri. Back in colonial times, this street I'm walking on was known as School Street, and it originally lined the town plaza. I guess the plaza shrank over time. In fact, technically, this parking lot directly behind the church was the location of the original 1706 town plaza, and the first school in Albuquerque was located here. A lot of the buildings here today were based around the ruins of older structures. There's some original adobe bricks preserved in this one. Now I am going to get some dinner at the Church Street Cafe, located inside the Casa de Ruiz. The Ruiz house on this site was built around the founding of Albuquerque in 1706, so it is technically the oldest residence in Albuquerque and among the oldest surviving structures in the state. This house remained in the Ruiz family until the last inhabitant died in 1991. There is a mariachi band on the roof. Many changes occurred to this home during the 20th century. I think very little of it is original, and half of it was destroyed 100 years ago. But they do claim that the surviving building materials in the home confirm its antiquity. The home is built of turones, which were usually used here during the early 19th century. Many of the adobe walls in here are 2 feet thick. The cafe has expanded beyond the original home, and the whole place is filled with antiques and southwestern decorations. This room definitely appears to be an addition, but the fireplace with the Virgin of Guadalupe mosaic is cool. This may be part of the original wall of the home, or is just for decoration. There's lots of Navajo cribs and weaving patterns up there. I like the horseshoe cross. And I got a quesadilla burger, which is a burger wrapped in a quesadilla. It was pretty good. I'm gonna take a look around the Poco a Poco and see if there's anything interesting down here. There are lots of art galleries in Old Town as well. I'm intrigued to see this. Double Cat Oddities. That is a great sign, but sadly this sign inside says the opening is postponed still. It is supposedly coming soon though. I do love oddity shops and I'm excited to see one opening up in Old Town. That is the American International Rattlesnake Museum. Sadly, I don't have time to see that today. Next time though. Here at the Old Town Emporium, they have Roswell-esque aliens out front. It appears more cool cars are coming out for an impromptu car show on the plaza. Okay, these lowriders are pretty awesome. This is a pretty sweet lineup here. I guess this is a popular hangout for locals with cool lowriders and such. So that was a tour of Old Town Albuquerque. It was a really fun and lively place to explore, with some interesting history. I will be returning in the future for a more thorough look and to visit some of the attractions I missed here today. If you enjoyed this video, then please like it, share it, and subscribe to stay tuned to this channel. I have lots of videos available showing all sorts of interesting attractions and historic locations like this, including roadside attractions, museums, national parks, and more here in Albuquerque, elsewhere in New Mexico, and across the country. Thanks for watching.